this is Kester from Walsh Jesuit High School, and this section is on solving multi-step equations. Now, something that is going to make this as a multi-step equation rather than just a two-step is you need to combine like terms first. So, example number 1, we've got negative 10 equals 1 minus 2x minus 5. Now, if you notice on this right-hand side, you have more than just two terms here. We've got 3 terms, so we need to go through and combine like terms first. So you can drop down your negative 10 and your equal sign, but then notice you have 1 minus 5, which is going to give me a negative 4. Then drop down your negative 2x. Now from there, you just solve it just like how we did normally with the two-step solving equations. So what you want to do is the opposite of negative 4, which is add 4 to both sides. Negative 10 plus 4 is going to give me a negative 6. These 4's cancel out, and then you get equals negative 2x. Make sure you bring down that negative sign. Then finally, you want to divide by negative 2 on both sides. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 gives me a positive 3 equals x, or x equals 3, which is my answer. So the only difference between this and solving two-step equations is going to combine your terms first. Let's try another example. Example 2, we have negative 128 equals 8, then times in parentheses the quantity of 3a minus 1. Now, what we want to do with this problem is distribute that 8 first. So distribute your 8, and you have negative 128 equals 8 times 3a is going to give me 24a. 8 times negative 1 gives me a negative 8. Then from there, just solve like normal by adding 8 to both sides. Negative 128 plus 8 gives me negative 120 equals 24a. Then divide by 24 on both sides. Our 24's cancel out on the right-hand side. Now, negative 120 divided by 24 is negative 5. So negative 5 equals a, which is going to be my final answer. All right, I got one more example for you. This one just looks a little bit crazier than before, but honestly, it's not that bad. All you have to do is go through and distribute. So, if you see you've got parentheses here that you have to distribute and here. So, first drop down your negative 7, then go through and distribute your 2. So you have a plus negative 10k. 2 times negative 3 is going to give me a negative 6 equals. Now, when you just got this negative sign hanging out there, remember you want to change it into a negative 1 because you have to distribute it to both the 5k and the negative 2. So make sure you give him that buddy there with that 1. So we got negative 1. Negative 1 times 5k gives me negative 5k. Negative 1 times a negative 2 gives me a positive 2. Then we want to combine our like terms. So on this side, you see you have negative 7 and a negative 6 on the same side. So negative 7 minus 6 gives me a negative 13. Then drop down your negative 10k. Equals, we've got negative 5k plus 2. Now, in this example, we have our k on both sides. What you need to do first is get the k's on the same side. So what you could do is add 10k to both sides. Then, drop down your negative 13, your 10k's cancel, equals negative 5k plus 10k gives me 5k, and drop down your 2. Then what we want to do is get our k by itself. So, subtract 2 on both sides. So that's going to give us negative 13 minus 2 gives me negative 15. Drop down your equal signs and your 5k, and these 2's cancel. Then finally, just divide by 5. Negative 15 divided by 5 gives me a negative 3, which equals k, which is my final answer. Now the only thing with this is make sure you combine your like terms and don't drop those negative signs. So if you have any more questions, make sure you come and see me in the math office, or you can email me at kesterse@walshjesuit.org. I'll see you in class.